Hello there, how are you? Welcome back. Well, I have to put an electric fence around the top of the garden fence because Ginger, my heifer calf, has decided to start breaking fence posts in, and this is the latest damage that she did to my peach tree. I am just so upset. So if this does not keep her from going into this garden space, I may have to consider goats instead of cows. Alrighty. Anyway, I have two different fence posts as you'll see here. Some are wood and some are T-posts, so I had to have two different type of standoffs, which was not a big deal. Just went to Tractor Supply and I was able to purchase them there. Now for the wood, I went with this standoff that's a little bit bigger than the T-post. And rather than attaching it with a nail, I decided to go with deck screws. It's as simple as getting my measurement for how wide I want those wires to be placed apart and then putting the standoffs onto the wooden fence posts. Then, once I finished up with the wooden fence posts, it was a matter of just clicking on the plastic T-post standoffs. Now the one caveat I will give you with the T-post standoffs, your T-post has to be facing the right direction in order for those standoffs to work. So as you'll see coming up once I get this last one put in here on the dead end of this side of the fence, those little knobbies on the T-post have to be facing the direction that you want your electric fence because that's the direction that the standoff is going to sit on this fence. But the cool part about it is nothing to screw in or wire down or anything. They just snap on there. It is really just to me an ingenious setup. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. So I got all of the T-posts set up, I got all the wood posts set up, and then it was a matter of running the wire. So for the wire to have a continuous loop, I have to have it go starting at the gate on the top, right here. I'm going to actually make a little loop so it can hook my handle when I do end up putting an electric gate across here. And then it just goes all the way down the top, all the way to the dead end. Once you get to the dead end, you go down, and then you come all the way back across the bottom and attach it back at the loop at the gate opening, or where I put that gate handles at. So that gets you your continuous circuit all the way with this wire. This wire was leftover wire I had from my electric fence that I did at my son's house in town because the pups were getting out. So the only expense I had was the electric controller and the standoffs. So the electric controller, this battery is even one of my old batteries from my initial solar system. So this is the controller. You have a hot wire that goes to your fence that you put up, and you have a ground that goes to the grounding rod. Now that controller is hanging on the grounding rod. Then out of that controller you have a positive that goes into the positive on the battery, and then the last thing you connect is the negative on the battery if you don't want to get shocked. Yeah, ask me how I know. And then you are up and running. It really is just a very simple setup. All I have to do is mount a solar panel out here, and that will keep my battery charged. Alrighty then, I want to thank you all for stopping by. Have an absolutely wonderful and blessed week, and hopefully this keeps Ginger out of my garden. Take care.